Oh, sorry about that. I don't know why it does that. So today we're going to do a gentle stretching practice, strengthening practice. This series, we're actually going to work on strengthening, flexibility, balance, agility. And each session is going to be sort of focused more, even though we work on these things every time, we're going to focus on one in particular each time. So the first week I thought we'd work on strengthening, and also it's about to be a new moon. So at this time we work quite sort of meditatively, and we work quite slowly. We don't want to use too much energy. It's sort of like at the end of the whole lunar cycle, and we need to just be a bit quiet. And then when the new moon comes, which is only in the next couple of days, that's when our energy all starts to rebuild and our intentions for the next lunar cycle, and we can sort of use more energy. Oh, actually, Janine needs to come. So the strengthening, we're going to, sorry, I'm just trying to let somebody in. So we're not only talking about physical strengthening, even though this is the prime thing we'll be working on during this practice, because of course we're doing the yoga asana, but we need to think about the physical strengthening, mental strengthening, and emotional strengthening. And if you think about the physical body really is the container of the mind and the emotions. So it's imperative that our physical body is strong and contains all the energy within it, because if it's weak and, you know, all our energy just sort of leaks out because we can't sort of keep control of our bodies. So, and also from the age of 45, our muscle mass begins to decline at 1% a year. So it's really important to keep ourselves working on strengthening all the time because of this decline. And when we are strong physically in our body, it also means that we have more energy for our lives. So, you know, if we're weak and our muscles are weak and everything else, everything feels a lot harder, and that then spills over to our mental and our emotional lives. So the mental strength, the way we work on mental strength really in yoga as well, is meditation and focusing on one point. So when you focus on one point in a sustained manner for a number of minutes, that really strengthens the mind. And that's why meditation is really excellent for strengthening the mind. And also, but while we're practicing yoga, keeping our mind directed on the breath is sort of the preparation for meditation, but it's also, you know, as effective. It's really effective in strengthening the mind, because if you think about it, all the distractions, like all the multimedia, watching television, just all the things that are going on in our minds all the time. I need to do this, I need to do that, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. If you think they're just disturbances that are disturbing us, and if you think the mind is just scattered, when the mind's scattered and your thoughts are all over the place, the energy sort of follows that. So the energy is just leaking out all over the place because your mind is just wandering, just jumping from thing to thing. So we need to direct our thoughts and strengthen our minds. And then the emotional strength is actually sort of almost the opposite to our mental strength, where we want to focus on one thing and stop all the scattered thoughts. The emotional strength is actually accepting our emotions. So So not sort of sweeping them under the rug and trying to sort of like ignore how you're feeling. We really need to acknowledge how we're feeling and sit with them and witness what it's doing to us. Even when it's uncomfortable, we need to acknowledge that this is what's going on with us and allow these emotions to integrate in our body. Because when we suppress or overreact, this actually, and push the emotion away, this is actually sort of denying ourselves, isn't it? Because it's actually sort of saying, oh, this isn't what it is, this isn't what I am. And also that takes a hell of a lot of energy. When we're trying to push away how we're feeling, that takes up a lot of energy, so another lot of wasted energy. So it's being able to just be aware and witness each emotion, and also separate from the story. So not go into the whole story of she said, he said, I did, you know, just actually thinking, this is how I'm feeling at the moment, and accepting that is how it is, looking at it from a much more objective point of view. So in this practice, strengthening is basically thinking about those three: body, mind, and emotions. So let's just start off with just connecting ourselves to the breath. So really feel the body prone on the ground. Let's just bring the arms to the sides of the body, and you can have the palms down here so we feel that connection to the earth. And first of all, just notice the breath filling the body rising, exhaling, the body releasing. Just allowing the mind to rest on the breath. And then just to the pattern of your own breath, the rhythm of your own breath, just start to inhale, bring the arms up above the head. Exhale, bring the arms back down by the sides of the body. Just really gently to start off with. So just sort of, this is a really good way to open up the sort of diaphragm to make room for the lungs. So when we've got room to breathe, that gives us room to move, and that also helps us in our work of strengthening ourselves. So just inhaling and exhaling. And then the next time you bring the arms up, just notice the difference if you actually maybe make fists and actually tense the arms and actually really use the muscles in the arms. So the arms are a lot tenser that we're actually using the arms. And you can sort of really use this in your practice by, if we're in, that's what we're going to use the belt for in Warrior 1 and Warrior 2, is when you actually engage the arms, you're actually using the muscles and strengthening the muscles. Let's do it one more time. So bring the arms down by the sides of the body. Inhale, bring the arms up, feel the whole back of the body against the ground. And then exhale, bring the right knee to the chest and just hug that knee in. That's it. We're going to inhale and press the back of the body into the ground, and exhale, bring the forehead up to the knee. Inhale, lower the back to the ground, and exhale, bring the nose to the knee. And one more time, inhale the back to the ground, and exhale, emptying all the breath out, nose to knee, and then lower the back onto the ground. Feel where the body's in touch with the ground. Lengthen this right leg out, take hold behind the thigh. That's comfortable. Inhale here and press through both heels, and then just exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, straighten the leg, push through the heels. Exhale, bend the knee. And then one more time. Inhale, lengthen the legs, press through the heels, and then just bend that right knee. Bring it back up to lengthening and just point and flex the foot. Notice the muscles this moves in the leg. Press through both heels. Bring the arms to beside the body with the palms down, and just slowly lower that leg to the ground. Let it hover above the ground when there's just a couple of inches off. Gauge all the muscles in the core and just let it drop down. Inhale, bring the arms up above the head again. Feel the length in the body. And exhale, bring the left knee to the chest. Squeeze the knee in. That's it. Inhale, press the back of the body against the ground. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, layer the spine back down to the ground. Exhale, nose to knee. And one more time. Inhale, really feel the length in the spine as you come down. And exhale, nose to knee. And then lower down. That's it. Lengthen the leg out to the ceiling. Take hold behind the thigh. Inhale, press through both heels. Exhale, bend the knee. And inhale, straighten the leg. So just doing 3 of these, feeling that bend and stretch in the leg. That's it. And then straightening through the legs. And then pointing and flexing the foot. And then releasing the leg, with the hands, bringing the hands to the ground with the palms up and lowering the leg slowly to the ground. Again, hovering it just above the ground, feeling the engagement of the muscles in the core, and then just lowering that leg down. Inhale, bringing the arms up above the head, feel the back of the body against the ground, make that contact. And this time, exhale and bring both knees to the chest and squeeze them in. Inhale, maybe make contact with the shoulders with the ground, so press the back of the shoulders into the ground. Exhale, bring the nose up towards both knees. Inhale, layer the body down. Exhale, bring the nose towards the knees. And one more time. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, nose to knee. And inhale, lower down. Lengthen the legs out to the ceiling. And just circle the feet around the legs. And the other way. Bend the knees again. Bring the arms out to the sides with the palms down. And we're going to inhale here and exhale. Just take the knees over a bit to the right, but not touching the ground. And inhale back up to center. Exhale to the left, not quite touching the ground, hovering over. And inhale center. One more each side. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. And exhale to left. And inhale to center. Sweep the arms up above the head, lengthen the legs out. Press the feet to the ceiling. Press the back of the arms into the ground. That's it. And we're going to inhale here. Exhale, bend both knees and bring the arms down by the sides of the body. Inhale, straighten the legs, bring the arms above the head. And exhale, bend the knees, bring the arms each side of the body. And then inhale, bring the legs back up towards the ceiling. We're just going to sweep the arms back round by the sides of the body. Press the palms and the arms into the ground and lower both legs slowly as you can. Just lowering the legs to the ground. Using the abdominal muscles. That's it. Lovely, everybody. Maybe hovering a little bit when you get to the bottom. And then releasing the legs to the ground. That's it. Just bring the arms a little bit away from the body, bend the knees, feet flat on the floor, and just take the knees from side to side. Windscreen wiping the legs. And back to center, and then your choice to either rock up on the spine or to roll over onto the side and come up. So whichever is good for you. That's it. So just coming up, I'll turn around and face you. I'm just going to do a couple of seated things, but not stay here for very long. Remember, sitting up on something, if that's more comfortable, placing something underneath the sitting bones, always help. Feeling that natural curve in the spine, being aware of the shoulders, the hips, maybe the ears in alignment, noticing the head just balancing nicely at the top of the spine. Let's just give the head a nice circle here. Just feel into the neck. A couple of times in one direction and then in the other. And back to center. We're just going to bring the hands out to the sides of the hips. Going to bring the right arm up and just really press that left hand into the ground. Maybe look under the arms, so we're opening up the chest. Just take 5 nice long breaths here. Really making contact with that right side of the body. Feeling that right sitting bone pressing into the support. Probably one more breath. And then bring the arms up. Feel the neutral line of the spine. Left arm up, press into the right hand. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling, stacking the shoulders. Really release the inner thighs. And just really taking the breath into that left side of the body. And then bringing the hands down. That's it. Just move that out of the way. Inhale, bring the arms up. And when you bring them up, just once again, feel that when you really think about drawing the muscles to the bones. So really engaging the arms here and feeling that strength in the arms. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, you can soften the arms. Bring the left hand down to the right thigh, the right hand behind. And then we're just going to take a few breaths here as well. So as you inhale, you might lengthen the spine a bit. And as you exhale, you might find that you can twist a bit more, but just gently because it's just the beginning of the practice. Nice soft neck, nice soft jaw. Notice that the face is relaxed. And then next inhale, let's bring the arms back up. Palms facing each other, press the sitting bones into the ground, and then right hand to left thigh, and just looking over that left shoulder. That's it. Breathing into the length of the spine, inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, maybe twisting, feeling the twist in the waist, breathing to beneath the navel. And then inhale, bring the arms up again. Really engage all the muscles in the arms. And then just release the hands down to the knees. That's it. And then we're just going to circle the ribs around sitting bones. And then the other way. Just coming back to neutral, noticing the spine, thinking about the strength that our bodies have already got, the way they hold us up and keep us vertical, just working on that strength. So we're going to come over onto all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. I'll get the right name of the body in a minute. Fingers really nicely spread. Let's just first of all press into the tips of the fingers. Thinking about even strengthening the fingers. Then pressing into the whole of the fingers, the roots of the fingers, and then the roots of the thumbs and the edge of the hands. So when we press into the hands, we're not taking as much weight on the wrists. So it takes a bit of the emphasis off the wrists. And then notice the feet on the ground and the shins. And then let's press the shins and the hands into the ground. And notice what that does to your body, how it just engages so many muscles. Press against the ground with the shins and the arms. And then just let the body soften. Just let it release. And very softly, let's just do some cat-cows. So inhaling into cow and exhaling into cat. Just inhaling to the rhythm of your own breath and exhaling. Nice and soft. Just warming everything up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. After this next exhale, when you draw the abdomen to the spine, just coming back to neutral. We're going to bring the right foot out behind and press into the ball of the foot. Raise that leg up and then bring the left arm up. And we're going to take a few breaths here. So notice the breath, breathing into the whole of the body. One more breath here. And then exhale, bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Left foot behind, press into the ball of the foot. Raise the leg up and bring the right arm up. Press the shin and the hand evenly into the ground and lift the other ones up evenly. Stretch from fingertips to heel and notice the breath here. Maybe breathe into the back of the body. One more breath here. Exhale, bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Take the hips back to the heel, hips back to the heels, yes. Lengthen the spine back. Think, walk, spider crawl the hands forward. So really feel that length in the spine. And then we're going to inhale up to all fours and exhale, take the hips back to the heels. Inhale all fours and exhale, hips back to heels. And then circle the hips around, nice big circles. So that we've just moved the spine in every direction before we come up to standing. Next time the hips come to the heels, circling in the opposite direction. That's it. Lovely. Bring the hips back to the heels, lengthen the arms out, at shoulder width. Nice spread fingers again, really keep the fingers nice and spread. And then rock up to the knees, tuck the toes under and press the hips up to downward dog. That's it. Press into the whole of the hands, press into the balls of the feet. We're going to roll back down onto the knees, untuck the toes to take the hips back. It's just quite nice to come into it twice. And then draw yourselves forward, tuck the toes under, take the hips up, back to downward dog. Great, everybody. Taking the hips back towards the back of the mat, really bending each knee. That's it. And then just taking a couple of breaths here, really feeling as if you're pressing the floor away from you with both the hands and the feet. Feel that engagement in the muscles in the arms, in the legs, and the length in the spine. Just notice your breath here. Look between the hands and walk the feet up to the hands, hip distance apart. Take hold of the elbows, let the upper body be heavy. Maybe shake the head, nod the head, bend the knees, and roll up to standing. Coming up to standing, just noticing how it feels once you come up to vertical. Press the feet into the floor. Really think about how, visualize the bones all stacked on top of each other and the muscles holding all those bones in, and how it takes strength to even just stand up. And so the amazing strength we already have in our bodies. So we're going to inhale and bring the arms up in front of the body. Just remember that feeling we had when we were on the ground. And exhale, bring the arms back down. That's it. Inhale, bring the arms up. Feel the length through the body. Exhale, down. And then this time, inhale up. We'll keep palms facing each other. We're going to press into the right foot and just crescent over to the left. Take a breath here, really reaching from the left foot all the way through to the right foot, all the way through to the right hand. Feeling the left hand, breathing there, and then coming up to center. Feeling, first of all, the neutralness of the spine and the arms, and then pressing into the left foot, crescenting over to the right. Really feeling that extension in the left side. Press that left foot really solidly into the ground. Breathe into that whole left side of the body. And then inhale, come back up to standing and lower the arms down. Lovely. Step towards the front of your mats. Feel the connection of the feet with the ground and root down into the ground. But remember that space we've already created in the spine. We're going to inhale and raise the arms up again. Feel that's, maybe look up towards the ceiling, feel the length in the front of the body. We're going to gently bend the knees and exhale and fold forward, back down into Uttanasana, forward fold. Take the gaze towards the legs, doesn't matter where you are, if you're up here where you are, just take the gaze towards the legs. And then we're going to bend the knees and bring the hands each side of the feet. So the hands are in line with the feet. Bend the knees as much as you need to, and let's step the left foot back. And just lower the knee, untuck the toes. Draw the hips towards each other. Feel that length from the crown of the head to the heel. And just take a couple of breaths here. That's it. Just breathing here. And then we're going to tuck the back toes under, raise the back knee, and we're just going to step that foot forward again. So we're back in the forward fold. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up the sides, press the feet into the ground, feel the length in the body. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, raise the arms up in front. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold into Uttanasana. Step the right foot back and lower the knee. Press that left heel into the ground, the right shin. Feel the length from the crown of the head to the heel, drawing the hips in towards each other. So we're sort of hugging the hips into themselves, and breathe into the back of the body. Tuck the back toes under, raise the back knee, step forward, forward fold again. Bend the knees, press into the feet, sweep the arms up, really lengthen, and bring the arms down in front. That's it. And just take a breath here, feeling the length in the body. We're going to bring the legs, bring the big toe joints tight together now. Quite often we do this with a brick or a block between our thighs, Utkatasana, fierce pose. This is a really good strengthening pose. It's really nice to really squeeze the legs together as well. So we're going to inhale and raise the arms up, and we're going to squeeze the legs together and exhale and sit back. That's it. Make sure you can see your toes in front of the knees. Inhale, stand back, come back up to standing. Exhale, lower the arms down. So this is sort of a bit of balance as well, because when we've the legs tight together, we've got a much smaller base to stand on. Inhale, reach the arms up. Remember that, hugging the muscles to the bones, we're strengthening the arms. Exhale, sit back. That's it. Lengthen the lower back. Really feel those abdominal muscles. Squeeze the legs. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower the arms down. We'll do one more, and we're just going to hold it for a breath. So inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, maybe look up towards the hands and bring the little fingers towards each other. Exhale, lower, lengthen the lower back. And then inhale, stand up. Exhale, bring the arms down. Lovely, everybody. And just shake the body out a bit. That's it. And we're going to have the belt now. I'm going to move my mat so I'm a bit more in line. Need the belt or the scarf. We're not going to use it straight away, but we're going to pick it up. And when we pick it up, we just want it, if it's a scarf, whatever, we're going to have it so that it's our shoulder width apart. So the arm would be about there. But we'll pick it up and have time to do that. But I'm just telling you that just to sort of let you know right from now. So stand at the front of the mat. That's it, feet hip distance apart. I'm going to come into warrior one. So let's step the left foot back first and remember when we always find our steady base. So the back toes are sort of pointing towards the front left corner of the mat. And just think where it's good for you, where you have your back leg. Is it better further in or further out? Really find that base. Hands on the hips, having the hands on the hips helps us keep them in line, so the hips are in line with the front of the mat. And we'll just bend that front knee, and that can also help you work out where you want your legs. You can always creep the toes forward. We don't want the knee in front of the ankle. We want it above or a little bit behind. You preferably want them stacked, so the knees in line. So we found our position. We can take hold of our belt or scarf, straighten the front leg. We want to really pull. So we're really pulling on the belt. So we're really engaging the arms. We're working the arms in this warrior one as well. So we're going to really pull the belt. And inhale, bend the front knee and come up to warrior one. And still pull it when the arms are above the head or the scarf. Exhale, straighten the knee, bring the hands down. Inhale, lengthen to warrior one. We're going to come down one more time. Exhale, come down. And then we're going to hold it for a few breaths in warrior one. So bending that front knee. Really press into the root of the big toe of the foot, the heel and the outer edge. Feel the outer edge of the back foot. Keep pulling on that strap. Breathe into that lovely space we've got in the chest cavity. And just breathing there. Press the legs as if you're trying to press the mat, pull the mat in half. Press the mat in half. And just feel the whole strength in the body in this pose. One more breath. Look up. And exhale, bring the hands down. And we'll just step that foot forward. Just put the belt or the strap down again, or the scarf. Just notice how your body's feeling. And then we're going to step the left foot back. So finding, once again, that steady, where your steady base is. Taking the scarf again, or the strap, shoulder distance apart, so that you can really pull it. That's it. And inhale, bending that front knee, coming up into warrior one. Really making that contact with your mind and the feet here at first. Exhale, lower the arms, straighten the leg, pulling the strap. Inhale, warrior one, press the feet away from each other, keep the hips in line. And exhale, lower down. And then just coming up to warrior one and holding it for a few breaths. So press the feet away from each other, pull the strap apart. So both the legs and the arms are working, working away from each other. Breathe here, notice the breath. Lovely, everybody. One more inhale, really press into the feet. And exhale, lower down. Step the feet together. That's it. Just put the belt to the side. Let's stand lengthways on the mat. Little bend in the knees and just slide the legs down. Just you might even just want to go from side to side, shake the head, just be a bit floppy. Just release all the muscles after that warrior one flow. And then coming back up to standing. That's it. So first of all, pressing the feet, once again, feeling particularly the big toe roots and the little toe roots and the heels. Remember, we make that contact with the ground. So that, as soon as we're pressing the feet into the ground, we're immediately engaging all the muscles in the legs. Let's just bring the arms out to the side and just think of that 5-pointed pose that we do. Just breathe in that. Just check that your arms are in complete line with your shoulders. And then allow the length in the neck. So the crown of the head's reaching for the ceiling. Whenever we take parts of the body, limbs away from the body, we're immediately working on strengthening them. And as soon as we're holding them up, we're strengthening them. And if we're pressing into the ground, we're strengthening the legs. Bring the hands down to the hips. And let's turn the right toes out. We're going to take hold of the strap or the belt or the scarf again. And we're going to, first of all, do warrior two. So let's, again, just find, in fact, let's put the belt down for a minute. Let's just find the warrior two first. So same thing, we want the knee over the ankle or even a little bit behind it. Coming like that just starts to make the knee unstable. Hips in line with the front of the mat this time. So when you put your hands on your hips, you can feel that. But you want to be bringing that knee back so you can sort of see the big toe. Let's bring the arms out. Turn the palms up and then turn the hands down. Turn the palms up and turn them down. Just notice what this does in the muscles. Turn them up, turn them down. Inhale up and exhale down. Press into the outer edge of the left foot. Inhale up and exhale down. And one more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Just take a breath here. Notice the feeling in the arms. And then we're just going to straighten the front leg and take the scarf or the belt. Bring that behind. I sort of have mine, I think I have mine about 2. You want it so that you're really, no, I don't have to have it, really you can sort of move the hands in and then pull. So you're really pulling, almost making the arms shake the way you're pulling the strap. And then bend the front knee. Look over towards the front hand and really press the feet into the ground so you're engaging the legs. Pull on the belt or the scarf and just breathe here. Really keeping that engagement of all the muscles. Lovely, everybody. Really feeling that contact to the floor. Take 2 more breaths here. And then release the strap. Bring the feet parallel. Just release the arms for a moment. Let's just drop the strap in front. Turn the left toes out. That's it. And bend the front knee here. Just find that base pose first of all. Bring the arms out. Press the feet into the ground. Turn the palms up and turn them down. Turn the palms up and then down. And one more time, up and down. And I don't know, I think you can really feel it in those upper arms when you do that. Turn the palms up, and then we're going to inhale. Bring the arms up. That's it. Exhale. Inhale, feeling the engagement in the legs. And exhale. And just one more time. Inhale, feel the length and sides of the body. And exhale. Get the strap or the belt. Bring it behind. Same thing this side. So you want to be holding a little bit shorter than the length so you can really pull on it. Look down at the knee and make sure you can see your big toe. Press the feet away from each other. That's it. Really breathe into this. Maybe the arms start to shake a bit that you're pressing so hard. Press the feet into the ground. Feel engagement in the legs. Fill the whole body with the breath. Really use the inhalation to give you energy to find the strength. One more inhale. And then exhale, come up. Release the strap. Side. Bring the feet parallel. And we're once again going to just slide down the legs. Maybe take hold of the elbows and do figure of 8. Just to release everything. That's it. Just swing the arms, swing the head. And then just press into the feet. Come back up to standing. Just heel toe the feet in. Go back to standing. That's it. And last standing thing we're going to do is a wall squat, which is really strengthening for the legs. So has everybody got, you don't have to see me, so everybody got a bit of wall that they can stand against. quite good to have that, isn't it? And you bring the feet, can you see, you can see me in. So I bring the feet out about 2 of my feet, probably, about the length of my thighs. And I slide my bottom down the wall, so it's like I'm sitting, and I press my shoulders into the wall and have my back and have my head against the wall, and I just press the feet in and engage the whole of the legs. That's it. So it's just really strengthening on the legs. Just breathe here. You can start to really feel it in the thighs. Breathe into the thighs. Notice your breath. Notice how your body's feeling. And then we're just going to walk the feet back, come up to standing. That's it. Come back to the mat. Notice how the legs feel after that. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale, raising the arms up again. Little bend in the knees. Exhale, forward fold into the Uttanasana. Let's slide the hands up the shins and lengthen the spine. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Press the feet into the ground. Just do that nice halfway lift. That's it, lovely. And then exhale, slide the hands down, take the gaze towards the legs, the crown of the head comes towards the ground. And then we're just going to bend the knees and bring the hands, bend the knees as much as we need to bring the hands each side of the feet. And we're going to step the left foot back and then the right and come into a nice downward dog. Just press the feet and the hands, particularly the hands, take the hips back towards the short end, back end of the mat. And just breathe into the downward dog. Maybe let the head be heavy, the crown of the head fall towards the ground. Press the arms in, so you're really engaging the arms. Press the balls of the feet in. And then we're going to inhale over to plank. And if you find this too much, bring the knees down immediately. But if you're okay in plank for a breath, let's just take a breath there. So pressing the ground away. And then everybody lower the knees, untuck the toes, and just lower the body to the ground. And let's just come into crocodile for a couple of breaths. Let the heels drop out. Let the body release to the ground. We just allow the time here for everything to soften towards the ground. That's it. Just imagine all the organs dropping towards the ground, everything settling. And then lengthening the legs out from the hips. And we're going to bring the arms to the sides of the body with the palms facing the body, forehead on the ground. And then we're going to inhale, head, right arm, left leg, and just bring both of those up, locust, and exhale down. Inhale, left arm, right leg, head, and exhale down. 2 more times each side. So inhaling up and down. This is good for your core, it's good for your back muscles. Down. Good for strengthening the back of the neck. And down. So after we've done 3 each side, we're then going to inhale. You're going to raise both arms, but the head And just reach the arms back towards the feet, reach the feet for the back of the mat, feel the length in the back of the neck. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up again. Exhale, down. And one more time. Inhale up, really take a few breaths here. Lovely, everybody. And then release. Bring the hands on top of each other. Take the hips from side to side. Release the lower back. Let the body soften. Just taking a breath here. Notice your breath. Allow the breath to be soft and at its natural pace. Then we're going to bring the hands again to the sides of the body. And you've got a choice here whether to leave your forehead on the ground. I quite like having my chin on the ground here. And we press the chin into the ground and the fists. And then we squeeze the legs together and inhale and raise the legs up. And exhale down. And then we're going to inhale and we're going to take a couple of breaths with them here. Press the chin or the forehead into the ground. Press the fists into the ground. That's it. Breathe. And then release the legs to the ground. Release the body. Bring the hands to the sides of the ribs. Nice wide knees. Press back to child's pose. Really allow the arms to release. The back to release. The head doesn't quite reach the floor. Put something. You can always put your arms onto the head or a blanket. And just breathe into the back of the body. Just breathing here, allowing everything to soften and release. Couple more breaths. Noticing that your breath is back at its normal rhythm. And then we're going to walk the hands back. But just a breath, just have a go at tucking the toes under and sitting back on the heels and just feeling, just hands on the thighs. It's a really nice position for your digestion, really good stretch for the feet, strengthening the toes. And then we're just going to roll over to bring our legs directly out in front. That's it. And a good thing to do here is to pull the flesh out from underneath your bottom. I know that sounds funny. Then you can really feel the sitting bones, which helps the pelvis tilt forward, the spine to be up. That's it. Let's take hold of our scarf or strap and bring it to the it's good to bring it to the heels to have that connection of the heels and the femur and the hips. And then we just want to have the arms really nice and straight, press into the bricks, and we just dandasana. So taking a couple of breaths here. Make sure that you've got enough, the belt or the scarf is short enough so that you are using the arms to pull against the legs, and the legs are pushing against the strap or the scarf. The arms are really nice and strong here. Head's just balancing at the top of the spine. And then we're just we want the back to stay in this position with the shoulder blades coming towards each other. And we just want to bend the elbows and just come forward. So we're not going to come forward far. We're just going to come forward so that we lengthen, keep the length in that lower back, the upper back. Elbows are bent. Chest has come between the shoulders. And breathe into the back of the body here. And then come back up. That's it. Keeping the strap around the heels or the belt. Bend the knees. Just see if this works for you. Remember Navasana boat pose that we do? It's really nice to do it with a belt or a scarf around the legs. So find the sitting bones, really sort of dig the sitting bones into the ground. Remember, we want the shoulder blades coming towards each other. We're using the abdominal muscles to do Navasana. So we're strengthening the abdominals. Really squeeze the legs together, find that balance, and then you might just bring the legs up to there. Draw the shoulder blades nice straight back like we just had in Dandasana. So you might go like that. You might even bring the legs up straighter. It's a nice circuit of energy here, because everything's connected. The belt and or the scarf is helping you connect. That's it. So it might be easier to lengthen the legs out and then the arms long. Draw the chest between the shoulders and breathe here. Nice gentle breathing. Notice your breathing. That's it. Lovely, everybody. And then just release the legs. Put the strap to one side. Lean back on the hands. Bring the feet as wide as the mat. And just take the knees from side to side. That's it. Just releasing the hips. And then just moving the bottom towards the heels. We're going to come down onto our backs again. It's just coming down. It's first of all just have to come to that constructive rest. Remember, when we have the feet as wide as the mat and the knees dropping towards each other, just take a breath here. Let everything settle to the back. Just breathing here. And then walking the feet in. So going to do that. Just do those leg lifts. Just slowly. So remember, we roll the hands underneath the bottom and bring the arms close together, so that we're really supporting. So the movement won't come from the back, it will come from the front of the body. And then just bring the knees towards the chest and lengthen the legs up. That's it. And we're just going to press through the heels here. Let's lower the right leg towards the ground, but not let it reach completely to the ground. So we're pushing through both heels. And then just a few breaths of just scissoring the legs. Really noticing where you're using the abdomen. Press the bottom into the hands, and that helps you just use the abdominal muscles. Let's do one more each way. Bring the legs back up together. That's it. And just breathe there. And then just once again, slowly, slowly, lowering both legs. You could squeeze the legs together, draw the pelvic floor up, and just as slowly as possible, lower the legs to the ground. That's it. Hover them above the ground, a couple of inches above. And then let them come down to the ground. Release the arms. Once again, bring the feet, bend the knees, bring the feet as wide as the mat. Take the knees from side to side. Just releases everything when we do the windscreen white legs. And then bring the feet hip distance apart. We always want the outer edges of the feet to be in line with the mat. So you might feel the toes are just poking, are just in slightly. So just check and see that the outer edges of the feet are in line with the mat. And then really press the feet into the ground. Quite often do this with something in between our legs, but let's today with the strength, let's see if we can keep our legs as stable as possible when we do the bridge pose. So really thinking about the legs staying where they are so we hug into the hips. So we're just going to press the arms, palms down into the ground, and we're going to inhale, press into the feet, raise the hips up, bring the chest to the chin. And exhale, curl the spine back down onto the ground, keeping the legs stable as possible. That's it. Let's inhale up again, pressing into the feet, bringing the hips up. And exhale, lower down. And then last time, let's bring the arms up above the head. So really press into the feet, bring the arms up, keep the legs stable, and touch the ground if that's possible. Bring the chest to the chin. We'll take a breath here. Really feel that strength in the legs, the strength in the abdomen and the back. And then exhale, lower the arms down, lower the hips down. Cross the left leg over the right. Bring the knees to the chest and hug them in. And then take the knees over to the right and extend both arms out. Allow the shoulders to release. And just breathing here. That's it. Allow the legs to drop wherever is good for them. We want them to drop completely onto the ground. So you might want to lower them away from the abdomen, from the chest. Just find that place where they can relax, they can surrender to the ground. And then feel both the shoulders are releasing towards the ground. And breathe into that twist. And breathing there. And then bring the legs back up, center. Crossing the right leg over the left. Bring the knees in, first of all, hug them in. Extend the right arm out and bring the knees over to the left. Remember, wherever it is for you, where they reach, just can feel heavy on the ground. So the weight of the legs creating the twist. And then allow the shoulders to completely release. You might want to just look up straight at the ceiling. Or you might want to look over at your right hand. And then follow the breath. Take this time to follow the breath as it goes through the nostrils, through the body. And as the abdomen expands, just visualize how this twist is massaging the intestines, massaging the digestive system. As we twist, we're sort of compressing them. So we're sort of squeezing some toxins out of them. But also when we release, all fresh reoxygenated blood runs this, really goes fast to this area and energizes this area. So twists are fantastic to do at the beginning of the day to really prepare the digestive system for the day. So, we're not only strengthening during our asana practice, our strengthening asana practice, you know, physically, might think of just the outside of our body, but we're actually really working with the inside of the body. When we're doing these strong movements, we're really working with the heart and strengthening the heart, so the heart can cope with a lot of work. We're strengthening the lungs by breathing steadily and not over, you know, sort of holding our breath or breathing too fast, by keeping our eye on the breath. We're just keeping our lungs nice and strong. Let's bring the knees back to center. First of all, just put the feet flat on the floor and just feel the body against the floor. And then let's just bring the knees towards the armpits, so the legs are more apart. And then bring the soles of the feet to face the ceiling. So you might just bring the arms, just the wrists over the back of the thighs. Let the soles of the feet face the ceiling. You might take hold of your ankles or the edges of your feet. You want as much of the spine on the ground as possible. Feel the length in the back of the neck, happy baby. You might even roll wherever you are. You might just roll from side to side, rock from side to side. It's a really nice massage for the back. And then just taking another breath here. Bring the knees together. I'm just going to circle the knees around the sitting bones, really to feel that nice impression on the back. And then the other way. And then just lengthening the legs out for Shavasana. We're just going to have quite a short Shavasana here, relaxation, because then we're actually going to do a bit of a meditation. I'm going to show you some mudras, some hand positions for the different types of strength. So let's just allow our bodies to completely release to the ground. Let's have the palms facing the ceiling, just away from the body. And let's all take a nice deep inhalation in through the nose, filling the whole body with the breath, and then sighing the breath out of the mouth. Let's do another one of those, and with the exhale, really allowing the body to become heavy and completely surrender to the ground. Maybe close the eyes, allowing the front of the body to completely soften. So the forehead and the eyes, the jaw, the throat, the whole front of the body. So the chest soften, imagining all that lung and heart area softening. Softening the abdomen, front of the hips and the pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, front of the ankles and the tops of the feet and the soles of the feet. Just really feel that softness. And then just become aware of the back of the body against the ground and allow the body to really give in to the ground. Feel gravity drawing you down and the ground pushing you, pushing towards your body. Particularly use the exhale to just completely release and surrender to the ground. Just resting here. Releasing. So strengthening your physical body and you'll have more energy accessible for your life. Mental strength is the ability to focus the mind, so containing your mental energy. And emotional strength is being able to both feel and observe your emotions. I'm just going to do another couple of breaths here. Let's just bend the knees, bring the feet flat on the floor, take the head from side to side. Maybe raise the arms and circle the hands around the wrists, wiggle the fingers, maybe the other way. And then just rolling over onto your side and coming up to seated. Finding a comfortable seat, maybe sitting on a blanket or a folded up or a cushion. I'm going to come closer to the screen because I need to show you these hand movement, these hand gestures. It's all very calming, and we just breathe here. So the first one we're going to do is just finding a very comfortable position, so whatever's good for you. The first one is to do with our physical strength, and this is called Prithvi Mudra. And what we do is we take our hands, we bring the ring finger, the tips, we touch the tips, and we lengthen the fingers out. So I think you can see there. And then we're just going to bring the hands, just bring the elbows to the body. We have quite a bit of strength. We don't just completely relax the fingers. Really press the tips of the fingers just gently, and just gently stretch the fingers. And just close your eyes here if you're comfortable. And Prithvi actually means earth. And this helps you feel really perfectly present in your body. And so feel the sense of support of the earth. And then just close your eyes, and I'm just going to say this sentence and then maybe repeat it to yourself. So fully embodied, my physical strength grounds me. Take a breath. Fully embodied, my physical strength grounds me. And then just release that, bring the hands to the thighs. That's a really good mudra to do if you're sort of feeling nervous about something or you're feeling a bit shaky. It's really good for sort of like, if you just sit, you can sit on a chair, you can sit on the bus, and do it, you know, and just breathe, sit and breathe there. All of these mudras are actually really powerful. And then the second one we're going to do is called Dhyana Mudra, and it's the mental strength one. This one, we bring the thumbs together, the thumbs and the fingers together, and then we have the left hand. I'm going to do it with my left hand. I'll do it opposite actually. So we actually have the left hand underneath the left three fingers that are left, and we bring those together. So can you see there? So I've just bring thumb and index finger together. You just slide the hands on top of each other with the left fingers underneath. And then it's nice to bring that to your lap and just to have it on your lap, just resting there. And Dhyana is actually one of the sutras which are sort of like the guidelines for yoga, and is one of the 8 limbs. And Dhyana actually means concentration. It's about focus and concentration. So let's just close our eyes here and just take a couple of breaths. And just feel the mudra. Just try and relax into it. And then we're going to repeat, effortlessly, my mind rests with focus. So effortlessly, my mind rests with focus. And releasing the hands to that one. So that's for our mental strength. And then finally, for the emotional strength, this is called Uttarabodhi Mudra. And what it means, highest wisdom. So here we actually interlace the fingers, but we have the index finger and the thumb just gently pressing against each other. So can you see there? So the fingers are interlaced, and you can sort of bring the white. So you've got a nice triangle. And then we once again bring the elbows into the body, and you sort of have the thumbs almost coming towards heart center, the index fingers pointing out. And this helps direct breath and energy up into the chest. So it enhances circulation in the chest and the lungs. And it supports us to live with ease in our authentic being, rather than, really dwelling on all our likes and dislikes and different personalities and emotions. What I was saying about emotional strength, just sort of accepting what we feel and just going with it. So just closing our eyes here and taking a breath. As I cultivate strength on all levels, I am freed from limitations. So as I cultivate strength on all levels, I am freed from limitations. And then just releasing the hands to the thighs. Let's just take a breath here to just notice how we're feeling after the practice. And then bringing the palms up to heart center, pressing the palms together. Let's bow our heads to the divine light in each other. And then raising the heads, opening the eyes. I hope you've all benefited from your strengthening yoga practice today. Okay, and have a good week, everybody. Unmute.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mary.
Brilliant. And I'll probably put those mudras on my Facebook and Instagram, okay? So you can look at them, because mudras are really powerful and good to use, and they are effective. So
that'd be great if you did that.
Yeah, I will. I'll put them up on there. So have a good week, everybody.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
See you all next week. Bye. Lots of love.
Let's try and do coffee.
Definitely.
Mary, if you can. Okay,
Yeah.
darling.
Lots of love. Bye.
See you later.